Good afternoon, brothers and sisters out there, all my brothers and sisters out there. Do I have a bombshell for you? Oh boy. Now, remember what I have said in the past, that we humans are our worst enemy. We are our own snitches, if I may say so, for lack of a better word. We snitch upon ourselves without realizing. And I want you to understand as to why this is the case, okay? I'm going to read to you some of these things. But don't forget, because knowledge is power and it's beautiful. What do they teach you in this world? That ignorance is bliss. I want to show you as to the reason why we over here, upon this earth, upon this enclosed earth, flat earth that we walk upon, are so messed up. Okay? So, let us start. I'm going to read, and by the way, the bombshell is, before I forget, the bombshell is concerning Black Lives Matter. You have been duped, ladies and gentlemen, and you have been warned in this channel. And today I will show you proof where the co-founders, with one of the founders of this movement, clearly states that they have an ideology. They believe in Marxism. And you know what Marxism stands for, do you? Okay? Remember Karl Marx. Do your homework, people. But anyway, I will talk a little bit more on that as we move along. But just take a look at the link that I'm going to send you, where she admits we are Marxists. We are Marxist. Now, after watching this link, are you going to still follow these people? Do you understand? We are excuseless. We don't have any excuse to go along with common sense. Whether it'll be in the physical realm or in the spiritual realm. Do you understand that there's a balance that governs this existence? Do you know that you are part physical, but without the spirit, which is the spirit of the Creator in you, you are nothing. Without the breath of life, which came from the mother of creation, which is Rawak HaKodesh. Let us read. Ever since the human creation was created upon this earth, the enemy, whose name is Satan, the devil, was always watching, analyzing, and conspiring today more than ever. Yes, because today more than ever is because he knows that this is the last generation, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last hurrah for him. All right? So, he was always watching. Remember, he was there when we were being created and molded into our Creator's image. Now, also remember, at this time, the devil was already thrown out of heaven for wanting to be bigger than the one that created him. Now, you tell me, does that even begin to make sense? Well, that's how ridiculous the devil is. And he has made sure that all of humanity have followed this mentality. Now, so he wanted to be bigger than the one that created him and all the other angels in the spiritual realm, because he wanted to be worshipped and considered as a god. So he observed and watched as time went by on its course. So he waited and waited and then waited some more. And you know that the inevitable was coming down. It was coming down. It was going to happen. The inevitable came. And he had a talk with our first mother named Eve. And she was named Eve by her first father, Adam. So when he started to converse with our first mother, with Eve, he used the same exact psychology which is being used today, what I call the prosperity psychology, to seduce and incite our first mother. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm just giving you an evolution as to why we believe in the things that we believe. One, why do we follow certain generations? Certain organizations. Why do we fall prey to a lot of organizations? Because we are lost. Let's keep going. So, being that the devil is a coward and a bastard, he seduced our first mother to bring disobedience into the world, which in turn meant death. That's why we all die. And believe it or not, the whole world has pounced on it and has run away with this mentality. And he has evolved into many different facets. He has evolved into different ideologies, opinions, philosophies, ways of governing, which has proven to be disastrous for humanity exponentially throughout history. No wonder they want a new world order, because the old order has obviously failed. But the thing is, here's the problem. As long as we don't change, as long as we steal, as long as we don't recognize the evil, disgusting sinners that we are before our Creator, the new order is all a lie. Everything is a lie. I've proven that to you beyond the shadow of a doubt. Let's keep going. So the human creation became and still is today more than ever subject to everything that is bad. Let me give you some of this. Let me give you some examples throughout history. For instance, and I'm just going to start with the Babylonian Empire. Okay? In Babylon, they used to practice. A common practice was Baalism. the Baalism, which meant human sacrifices to devil, especially kids. And that started with Nimrod and his wife and mother, simultaneously named Semiramis. Now, remember, each empire followed the next one. So now we go on to the Persian Empire. The main religion practiced in the Persian Empire was called Zoroastrianism or Mazdayasna. They believe in many different religions, and by the way, where the inspiration and idea of the Islam religion came out of. In other words, duality was the main thing. This religion, this belief, this system of belief was, and by the way, Zoroastrianism or Mazdayasna has influenced Christianity, Judaism, and the Islamic religion today. And this religion was born back in Iran, what is called Iran today, back in the year 900 CE. 3. Astrology, idolatry, practice. Oh my! It was practice. It was the law. It was like the daily bread back in the Greek Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very sad what is happening. And by the way, again, since each empire followed, because humans by nature have always been followers. We have followed each other's footsteps. That's why we human beings have been suffering through our history. So now, after the Greek Empire, with all their Zeus, Poseidon, Hercules, Jupiter, Sagittarius. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the planet. The name of the planet: Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. All of these names that they gave to so-called planets, in reality, that there are no other planets. There's only the planet Earth. This was gods that they worshipped. That's where astrology was born at. And by the way, drug use was unbelievable. The word pharmacy came out of Greek. Pharmakia, which means sorcery. And that's exactly what pharmakia has. That's exactly the effect that pharmakia has on the human body. Christianity, number 4. Christianity, which was born in the Roman Empire, which followed the Greek Empire, by which our Savior, the one that died on the cross for us, that the whole world knows as Christ, was killed under this empire. Yes, our Savior, the one that saved humanity. Okay? In fact, if we go to John 3, John 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. 17. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Okay? Thank you. So now that you understand who I'm talking about here, let's keep going. Now, after all of this, many ideologies were born, in the pre-Christian era and then after Christianism. And here's some of them: communism, democracy, Zionism, Marxism, socialism, Arianism, Hinduism, Satanism. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow there will be Satanists all over the place. They're going to have a parade in 20 states in the United States of America. And that should give you a glance as to what is coming to America, ladies and gentlemen. What is coming to America, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to be in America. Believe me, you wouldn't want to be in America. So pray to your Creator that you are saved out of this, the second beast, the daughter of Babylon, which will be destroyed. Believe it or not. Accept that reality or deny the reality. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm just here to talk to you and to warn you. Will you listen? Let's keep going. So with all of these different ideologies, philosophies, and politically correct point of views, you obviously need the machinery and the people to spread this propaganda throughout history. For instance, Russia pushed what? Communism. Now it's a more kind of a socialist country. China, they still practice communism. Europe, it's more of a socialist plus capitalist system. And now here's some of the, to keep this video short, ladies and gentlemen, because I could have kept talking about this. Now, here's some of the organization, okay, pushing many different, the Me Too movement, the Antifa movement, the Antifa, anti-fascist, anti-fascism. Are you kidding me? What a joke. Antifa, so they go around, black mask, dressed in black, destroying property, but yet they want to push an idea called fascism. Number 5, Black Lives Matter. And by the way, once again, let me remind you, the first link that you're going to see, which is going to last by a minute and some, I believe, 18 seconds, or something like that. Where you're just going to see the young lady, the founder, admit. It's public information. So YouTube cannot come at me and say, oh, I'm going to have to remove this video for you, Ruben. Like they have removed some of my video. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, what I talk about here is such a strong truth. Remember, truth is not welcome on this planet. That they had to, they removed 2 videos already. But yet, I'm not even monetized, nothing. That's how strong this, and I only got what, 38 subscribers. And I'm sure I will lose some instead of gaining. Because what I say here makes people uncomfortable. Or should I say what I prove here? People don't want to live in reality. They want to live in a Alice in Wonderland world, in fantasy land. So Black Lives Matter founders, one of them admit that they are Marxist. Marxism. Do your research on Marxism. Marxism clearly exploits the working class, okay, under an economic system. It's the opposite of capitalism. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, capitalism and all of this idea, I mean, Democrats, Republicans, all of these ideas, like, they're all of these beliefs and systems were all brought about by the same and only game master of evil, the devil himself. Okay? I'm here to give you the truth. Are you ready for the truth? Are you ready for the truth, ladies and gentlemen? All right? Now, when I read verses in the Bible that goes like this, Psalm 83. Let's go to Psalm 83. When I read verse like this, Psalm 83, verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no longer be in remembrance. 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Okay? You understand? Okay? In other words, God's people have always been conspired. They have been watched by the watchers, as the book of Enoch shows. That's what he calls them. See, what we call demons and devils, and what the Bible calls demons and devils, they are called watchers by Enoch. That's what they are. That's what they do. They watch, and they will explore your weakness, your weakest point, to destroy you. So they know that our black brothers and sisters are fed up with the mistreatment from the time of slavery, from the civil rights movement back in the 60s. From the police brutality that have gone out of control. Even though some of those but then, I mean, there are more white folks that are killed by white folks. But you know what? Doesn't make the news. But the reality is that there are more white people that there are more Hispanic and black, even though we are becoming the majority soon. So they feel afraid of this. So since they feel afraid of this and they feel intimidated, they will create circumstances like the George Floyd situation, which is a planned event. Even though George Floyd was sacrificed, yes, he was killed. And George Soros, who created, who founded, who financed Antifa and Black Lives Matter and the Me Too movement, ladies and gentlemen. This man is so evil, he's not wanted in his own country, Hungary. He's not wanted in England. I mean, this man destroyed England Bank back in 1992. He made sure that the English pound will stay down. And now he's going up against America. And he's destabilizing America. And America is in big trouble right now. All right? They're even talking about defunding the police. Don't you know that this is an event that was preordained, pre-planned? Once you defund the police, once all hell break loose in America, come on, you know what's going to happen. UN troops will be in your town. And the new world order will be, I mean, it's already here. It's just, this is the beginning. This is the symptoms. This is the birth pains. And God's people, who are also Judah, which are the African Americans, the Spanish, the Latin Americans, the Native Americans, the South America, the Incas, the Mayans, the Aztecs, they are all part of God's. And God will take his people out of the different portions of the earth, which he, as he said in Deuteronomy 28, which I will read to you maybe, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. It's going to take a little bit because it is 68 verses. This is all for now, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you. And remember, the purpose of this video is to wake you up and to so that you don't follow only the one that created you, your creator, God, the great I am, the Almighty, okay? The all-powerful I am. This is the whole purpose. Follow his 10 commandments. Do not follow any men's religions. Amen. May God bless you. And I will pray for you, brothers and sisters out there. Because this is a spiritual war that we are fighting. And we're only going to win it through knowledge. Don't forget the links. Because I may send you 2 or 3 of them. I'm not sure yet. I'm weighing my options here. But you're definitely going to read. You're definitely going to get that one, where Black Lives Matter's founders admit that they are Marxist. Take care, brothers and sisters.